Hello and welcome. In this video, we're going to talk about how you can teach kids protractor skills during remote learning using Jamboard. Let's get started. So the first thing that we need to do is do a Google search to find the image of a protractor. And ideally, we're going to want a protractor that is transparent. And I'll show you what I mean by that in just a second. So I'm just going to do a Google search for protractor, but then I click images. And then I'm going to go into this tools menu, click on the color menu and select transparent. And what that means is in the background, there's nothing. So the students will be able to see through these protractors. So let's go ahead and grab this one. And I'm going to right click it and save image as. And let's call it transparent protractor. And you'll see that I actually tested this out earlier, so we already have that, but we can save and replace the file. That's fine. Okay, so now we have our transparent protractor downloaded. Let's open up a new Jamboard. So I'm going to just type jamboard.google.com, any Google product. That's how we can get there very quickly. It's always the same formula, and you can see I was playing with this earlier, but let's start a new jam. So I'm going to click on the plus. And here, we can click on this image and bring in our transparent protractor. So I'm going to click Browse. We're going to find it in my Downloads folder, which is where it's living. And then there it is right there, my transparent protractor. Now, what's pretty slick about this is the kids can actually rotate this thing, right? And, just for demonstration purposes, if I just quickly freehand an angle here, we can move the protractor around, get it all nice and lined up, move it, and try to measure that angle. Now, that angle freehanded, I mean, it gives us the idea, but it's a little bit sloppy, and you may want to use, a thicker line or different colors so it can really see through, but you can see it underneath the protractor there. Now, another slick option is we have the ability to set a background. So if you have a digital worksheet, you could actually set that worksheet as the background. So here I have this one as a PDF, and it's going to force me in here to make me change it to a JPEG. And you can, there's PDF to JPEG converters online, but you can also just take an image of it with the snipping tool. And so I found that in the start menu, and then there it looks like this. And then I can click a new snip, and I can take the piece of this that I want. Maybe I just want that. And then I can save this, and we'll just call it Protractor Worksheet so we can find it very easily. And then we're going to go ahead and save. Now, let's come back to our Jamboard and set the background. And I'm going to click here. We're going to need to find that JPEG file that I just created. And now it has those in the background, and I'm able to move my protractor around and measure those angles. Of course, we can still see my free-handed line, so you might not want to draw that first. Set the background first, but now it's there, and the students will be able to measure their angles. And once they do get the angle measurements, they can type. Looks like that one's 45. They can use the text box and type, 45 degrees, and then share that with you. If you use Canvas, you can use the external Google Cloud tool and make a copy of these for each student, and they're able to submit this when they're done. So really neat way to teach protractor skills during remote learning. Thank you all so much for watching, and goodbye.